Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
48 blue. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. First down, a run with Cohen. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Telvin Smith. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there first quarter.
Yeah, help me out because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill to plays? It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, look! 180! Right now, let's go. I'm off. You better bring...
On first down, it's Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 48's the mic.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Hey, let's get there. 58's the mic. 58's the...
After the sack on first down, Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Damon Harrison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Come on, now.
Now Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson. The 20. Able to find Isabella. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 17, Jackson completes it to Lee. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 out low. All day. Go. Mine's 50. You ain't going nowhere. Watch twist. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Mike's 50. Watch the slant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Trubisky will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
48. Hey, Delta. Watch the run, watch the run. Check, 48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic. Woo-hoo. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check.
Here's Trubisky. Now he's forced out left. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From midfield now, here's Jackson fighting to stay upright. And incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Here we go. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Check 9.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 31, check 31. Sponge, sponge, squeeze.
On 4th down, Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check, check, check. Lock in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
48's Mike, 48's Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got Burton here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Motion. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Let's get it together.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, you don't want to fun. You don't want it. Hey, Mike, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Too little, Cupcake. Mike, 50. Alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, they may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Alert.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Steps away to his left. He finds Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll go down at the 28.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike, set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, 18. Hey, look, 48. Alert. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. This one into the hands of Burton. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Check 99. Check 99.
To throw is Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Partner, remember back in the first half when you talked about them passing up on the 3 when they went for it on 4th down?
Yeah, it changes your options, doesn't it? Because if they took the 3 there, we've got a tie ball game on our hands, and maybe they're thinking on this drive absolutely changes.
Yeah, you talked about filing that play away for later. Now we resurface it.
He's coming, double up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight end's right. Even. Big air. Check your hot read. Under 10. Zoom. 10. Kill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, switch gears. Ship.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Watch the ass.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Jackson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
58, Mike.
Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Let's go, baby. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
I can't believe they even let you play.
18. SOS.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. It all came together in the second half, and nope,